This message found you at the exact moment your soul could finally hear it, not because you searched for it, not because you were looking, but because something inside you was ready. Slow down for a momentum, not rush this. This is not something to skim, this is something to feel. There are times when life does not answer us with explanations, it answers us with recognition. Quiet inner knowing, the soft yes inside your chest. If you are here right now, something within you is awake. Welcome to Rise and Inspire. Stay with this message because every message has the power to shift a life. You have been holding more than anyone realizes. You smell, you function, you keep moving forward, but beneath that strength there has been a heaviness, an unfinished emotional weight. Not loud, not dramatic, just always there. You told yourself you were finished, that it no longer mattered, that you had accepted it, but something keeps returning, a memory, of feeling. A presence that refuses to fully let go. That is not weakness, that is proof the connection was real. What you may not see yet is how deeply you changed someone. You think you were the one affected more, if one left questioning, one holding the feelings, but the truth is quieter and heavier. You entered their life and shifted something they were not prepared for, not because you demanded, not because you pushed it, but because you were genuine. You offered safety, you listened without judgment, you cared without keeping score. And for someone who had never known that, it was overwhelming. The distance was not a lack of feeling here. This clearly distance does not always mean absence of love. Sometimes it means too much feeling and no emotional tools. They stepped back not because you were insignificant, but because closeness to you forced them to face themselves. Their fears, their avoidance, their emotional immaturity. You were not asking for perfection, you were asking for consistency, for honesty, for presence, for things that seem small until someone realizes they have never truly given them. When those needs were not met, you began turning inward. Am I too much? Did I imagine it? Did I ask for more than I should? You did not imagine anything. Silence answered louder than words ever called. You waited, not desperate, but with hope, and each time silence was the reply that taught you something painful. Not about them, but about how much of yourself you were willing to give away for love. Eventually something inside you shifted, not anger, not bitterness. Awareness is where power returns. You stopped making excuses, you started seeing patterns. You chose reality over potential. That did not harden you, it clarified you. You realized love without effort is not love, it is attachment wearing a beautiful mask. And you have outgrown that. While you were quietly evolving, something was happening on their side too. At first they felt relief, no expectations of pressure, but relief fades and truth arrives. They noticed the absence, the other conversations felt shallow, their connections felt empty, depth became rare. And without trying to, it became the comparison. Regret does not always scream, sometimes it whispers. It looks like random thoughts of you revisiting old messages, wondering how you are, but staying silent. It feels like something missing without knowing why. Regret often arrives when repair is no longer simply where the mirror they avoided you reflected their emotional habits, tiring consistency, their fear of intimacy. And mirrors are uncomfortable. It is easier to walk away than to stand still and see yourself clearly, but even after living through reflection stays, know something has changed in you. You are not chasing answers, you are not replaying every moment, you are not blaming yourself. The same way there is a calm now, mixed with sadness, mixed with strength. That is not detachment, that is integration. You are keeping the lesson without losing your softness. You were never meant to shrink for love. You were never meant to silence your needs to keep someone closer. Real love expands you. It does not require you to disappear. Fact that you care, fact that you tried, that speaks of depth, that failure. What happens next is no longer about them. Whether they return or not is not the question. The real question is, what kind of love are you available for now? Because you have changed, you will not accept half presence. You will not fall in love with potential alone. You will not abandon yourself for connection. The chapter has closed. If they do return, it will not be casual. It will come from realization, not boredom, and you will feel the difference. But you will not rush, you will observe. They will trust your intuition because now you know your worth without needing it reflected back immediately. And if they never return, this connection still served its purpose, and it as heartbreak but as initiation. You were initiated into self-respect, into emotional clarity, into a stronger relationship with yourself. And that prepares you for something healthier. Even if you cannot see it yet, some connections are not meant to stay, they are meant to awaken you, to remind you what depth feels like, to show you what you deserve. Even if they could not give it, that does not make the connection meaningless, it makes it transformative. And final truth, just for you are not behind, you are not unlucky in love, you are not too much. You are aligning, and alignment often begins in solitude. A trust the strength growing in the quiet, trust the clarity replacing confusion. Love meant for you will never require you to question your value. If this message resonated, like Shabricks you for being here.